This is Princess Diana's memorial water feature, and in 2004 it was built for £5 million, and in today's money that is £8 million. And this one at the Trafford Centre, where I spent most of my childhood, was £2 million. And this fountain in Bradford was £25 million. But is it possible to build one on a budget? Now the issue we've got is the pumps, they're expensive, and on this one alone was £600,000. The lights on this one was £4 million. All the granite on this one, which retains all the water, was £5 million on its own. So I'm going to attempt to build a breathtaking water feature at a fraction of the cost, and this is why. Now, throughout history, water fountains have symbolised far more than just flowing water. They've been statements of power, wealth and prestige. And the UK's very first decorative water feature dates back to 1599, nestled in the grand courtyard of Trinity College, Cambridge. Not long after, the royals joined that trend, King Charles actually, and he commissioned the famous Diana Fountain in Bushy Park in 1630. Now, in recent years, some water features have been valued at over £1 million, but here's the truth. You don't need to be royal blooded or a country estate owner to have something beautiful in your garden. And in this video, we're building one, but not for the palace, we're building it for the everyday garden. So sit tight, enjoy the video, because I'm going to prove to you that beauty belongs to everyone. Now this is Janice, and she has one of the most popular gardens on the internet. And I've just had a phone call from Greg, and it went something like this. Hey Mark, I want you to build a water feature for Janice. Amazing, amazing. But there's a problem, isn't there? There is a problem. We don't have £1 million budget. So we are going to see if it's possible to build a beautiful water feature on a budget. Right, time to crack on. Location. Now, the only request that Janice has given us is she wants it in a front garden, so when people are pulling up, they get to see the beautiful feature that we're going to create. So this is the location that we are thinking of. Now that location was sorted, it was time to start prepping. So we removed the old structure and we started popping out all the plants, ready to prep our base. Plants have come undone. I need to, good job I'm fasting now, innit? Just popped, my pants have just popped open. There's these new, oh, it smells good, that. Now one of the ideas that we've got, or what Wayne come up with, this column idea. But we don't really want to be digging in the ground there, so what we are going to use is a bowl. Like a bowl like this. However, it's not out yet, it's out this year. I think we've got one of the first ones in the country. I'm gonna have another smell because it smells delicious. He texted me at 4:45 in the morning saying I'm setting off, and that's north, I think. There's no way he set off that early. He texted me at 8 saying he was setting off. Oh right, yeah, well it said 4:45 to me, it did. Did it? Yeah. If you did get up that early, fair play to the geezer. Oh, we did, it shows you 4:45 on the time. Oh, when he texts you? Yeah. Now here is a small segment of me lifting a load of massive heavy rocks, when in actual fact we didn't need them, so I wasted a load of time and energy for nothing. But in positive news, here comes Toby. Get up, Toby.
8 hours. Wow. That's a day's work. Wow, 8 hours. How you doing, mate? You good? Yeah, I'm good. You good? Yeah, good, man. Good. 8 hours. You drove.
Wow. Now we're on. Now we haven't got hundreds of thousands of pounds for our water to sit in anything. So we've come up with another solution from Aquascapes that's not out yet. It's literally about to be launched. So let's go and take a look at what we've got. Which is this. And lovely Ben drove all the way 8 hours today to bring this to us. I don't know if you can see what it is, so we'll pull it out, we'll unwrap it and we'll show you what we've gone for. So, we've managed to find a product that Aquascape are launching this year. That's why hence Toby's with us today.
Hello, mate.
Which was just shy of £2,300 for this bowl. But I need a favour from you.
Yeah, let's do it.
I know you've just got here.
I know.
But could you nip to the garden centre and get us some stone?
Yep.
And some aquatic plants?
Yep.
Aquatic
plants, yeah.
My lips are chapped. Aquatic plants.
Yeah.
But there's an issue.
Okay.
We don't have a big budget, so try to spend the minimal.
Ooh.
but try and get the best effect.
Let's
You're all right
do it.
with that?
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a
100%.
camera so you can see, have a little look around the garden centre so we can see it on camera. Is that all right?
Love the challenge.
Right,
Let's
you
do
crack
it.
on, I'll get this one
Alright,
done.
Cheers. So we got to the garden centre, we've bought Janice. This is her house that we're actually doing the project for, and then we've got Wayne over there as well. There, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've picked a variegated Fatsia japonica.
We've got Ben with us.
Hello, how you
Another
doing?
award-winning designer, just like myself.
Exactly that, yeah.
You won the big one though, didn't you?
I did. I've had a few things come back from me from Aquascape. Yeah, I love fitting this stuff. It's great.
Oh, it's so good, mate.
Good to
Have
be
you
with
fitted
Mark.
one of these before?
Have I fitted one of these? Actually, I haven't, no.
So me and you are going to be the first ones to do it.
Yeah.
Now the reason that we chose this bowl is the options that we had for the space. We didn't want to dig down, we wanted something to sit on top, so we found this structure from Aquascape. I think it looks absolutely je ne sais quoi. But let me know what you think of it in the comments, and would you have this colour? Right, we need some sand, really, just to sit this on a little bit. It will eventually just kind of, because with that much water in there, it will bed in, and it will kind of find its own settlement point. But we just want to make sure when we put it in, we're putting it in at level. What we're doing now is it's more than perfect. Bit of sand, get it level, fill it up, and then the water will just make sure it stays in that point.
So these crates are used in a huge amount of Aquascape builds. Rainwater harvesting, reservoirs for a pondless waterfall that comes down. These are oftentimes used for water storage, but in this application we're just using them as a solid base for our fountainscape.
Now these aqua blocks were a perfect solution to filling up the space that we needed to fill. However, what we didn't realise is the bowl is curved and these aqua blocks are square. So the issue we've got is the aqua block sits in beautiful, but then you've got all this gap around it, and because of the shape of the bowl, we can't come up. We need basically to fill this space.
All right.
Hello mate, are you still in the garden centre?
Yeah, I'm just at the tail now.
Okay. How many bags of gravel did you get, bud?
21.
21.
Various sizes, miss. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, is that enough?
Well, we're only fitting one aqua block in that at the minute, so I think we probably need more gravel to go round all the way around one aqua block.
What, only one, or is that just the height? Do you want to cut it down? Put two in and cut them?
You can't get two in.
Even if you cut them in the height, I was going to get small ones as well, didn't you? Cut one in half and then put another in the
We could maybe cut one in half.
That's what I do. I'll come in, you know, because really, I said to get the small ones and the big ones. It's probably the height you got from with, isn't it?
It's the curvature. It's the curvature of the base.
We'll
We've got a grinder.
What we'll do is we'll literally around the corner.
Yeah, all right, come back.
We can grind them, mate.
Anyway.
All right. See you, bud. Bye.
Right, let's get my grinder out. So the solution that we ended up coming up with is slicing the aqua blocks on a slant. Obviously we've got all our gear on and we started to cut. Now we cut it on a 45-degree angle which fit perfect into our bowl.
So we've got some sharp sand, or play sand, to level the bowl, or it looks level now. And then various sizes of Scottish cobbles. We're going to use the smaller cobbles to create a flat base in the curved bowl. And then we'll fill the gaps around the aqua blocks with the larger Scottish cobbles, and then probably place them on top as well to hide pipework and so on. And there's a few plants as well.
So Toby's just asked, has anyone got anything to wipe his hands? Got one better than that, son. Come here. Ready?
We've got a little cleaner. Oh, look
Right,
at
lean down. Couple of seconds, just wet your hands up. Bit of soap.
It's a hotel, mate.
Yeah, give it a good, make sure you give it a good get round everywhere.
What was it? Singing happy birthday, wasn't it?
It was happy birthday. Yeah, keep going. Right, are we ready? There you go. You good? I know what you need now, don't you? Tissue, mate. Don't worry about that, son. I've got some tissue for you. How good's that?
Cheers, mate.
You washed them off as well? Take it in, change it.
Fill it up.
Fill it up, that comes off. Let's go.
Oh, so you can fill up with your own soap.
Yeah, fill up. So I'm gonna put screen wash in that one, and then you just take your little thing out there. Honestly, it's one of the best gadgets I've ever got. Now, once we'd stopped messing around with my Water Wash 9000, it was time to get back to work, fitting in them aqua blocks into our bowl, and they all fit in as snug as a bug in a rug. Now, ideally, you'd use grit sand, because when you put water on this, eventually it will wash away, but all we need this to do is sit in place, because once the water's in, the water's going to hold it in place, it ain't going to move.
I was only joking, it's just saying that.
Right, now all our crates are cut in, we need to install our pump. Now the pump on Diana's was £500,000. Now as you can imagine, we ain't got that budget, but we've managed to find a pump for less than 200 quid. Now the pump that we have chose is the Ultra 8000, and the 8000 is litres per hour, so that's your flow rate. So how much flow you're going to get per hour, 8,000 litres. But we need 2 of these, so we've got £400 on pumps. That's still a lot cheaper than £500,000. Now, a lot of this segment was lifting the bowl in and out and just making sure we was absolutely level, because you don't want all the water spilling over the edge. Then, once we was happy with that, it was time to zip tie all them aqua blocks together, just making sure that they don't move around. Ben was just saying he was struggling putting the zip ties in, because when you put them in, it's hard to get them back up. So a little tip that my uncle showed me is kink it, 2 kinks, like so. Then when you put them in, like so. There's the old, there you go. So now, there you go, straight through. Now it's time for the Supermax 8000. It's not called that, I've just named it, it's called the Ultra 8000. But we're gonna sit these pumps into these little kind of crevices that we've just made. So we'll sit them in that way. So we need the 2 pumps because we're gonna put in, I think, 5 or 6 different features. So once our pumps are sat in, we can then sit that on top. We're not going to zip tie that because we will need to get access to it maybe in the future. If any of these ever fail, then we're setting up a fail safe. Now at the Trafford Centre, all the sculptures and design features were over £500,000. Now obviously we have got nowhere near that, but we have got less than 1,900 quid, which is perfect. Now, you've probably not seen these before because they don't get used often, but let me just show you how good they are. Incredible. So we're gonna use 5 of these columns. Now how they work is they've got a little pipe here, comes out the bottom, like so, and it sits in like that. However, we are going to spice it up on this one, and we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to install some lights, which I'll show you at the end. These columns were extremely easy to install. Well, God damn it, Dale. There we go, problem sorted. Now what I needed to do here was cut holes in the aqua block so our tubes from our columns fit to our pumps. So once we put 5 holes in, we'd fitted the tubes, and now it was just trial and error just to make sure we was happy with the design. Once we was happy, we could then start to fill it with water. This is pretty much the last thing that you need to do before the big test. Whoa. Turn it down a bit, yeah? I think the Ultra 8000 might have been a smudge too powerful for what we need. Yeah, super proud of that. Really proud. Thank you, Ben, for your guidance.
Been good?
Yeah, I loved it. We are now officially professional water fountain installers. Now, the reason Wayne stood here with me is maintenance costs. Now, all the features that we've looked at the start of this video literally have tens of thousands of pounds worth of maintenance every year. Now, with a water feature like this one, it's next to no maintenance, thanks to this stuff.
So yeah, a couple of squirts once a week, every couple of weeks, and it should look after itself.
Now this is slightly different to a water feature that you would put in. You know, would you do it like say if we was putting a full ecosystem in, how often would you maintain that?
If it was a pond,
yeah,
you can put that in every single week.
Oh, this, yeah.
The actual maintenance on a pond is probably twice a year.
Twice a year,
Spring and autumn.
But with a water feature like this, we don't need to do that.
Not at all. Just use a couple of squirts of that.
Yeah.
Keep leaves off it. and that's it. They are pretty much self-maintaining.
Now it's just time for them finishing touches before we can give you the full price breakdown, and I don't think you would believe how much we did it for. Here we have it, the full breakdown, and I've got Caleb's phone just to make sure I don't skip a beat. So we had the pumps, we needed 2 of them, and they were £189.99. Then we got the bowl itself, which is probably the biggest cost out the lot, which is £2,299.99. We've then got all the gravel inside, which was £45, which brings us to the columns. The columns were the second most expensive thing, which is £1,899.99. The plants, we ended up spending around about £172. Now we did spend money on lights, which was 800, 87 and 86p. Tongue twister. Then we had 3 aqua blocks at £149.97. The maintenance on this one, you wouldn't really need it. You could maybe get a guy around once every 2 years for about 200 quid, but that £29.99 little solution that we've shown you before is more than enough. Which brings a subtotal to £6,752.64. But I think it's worth every penny. But before we get it all finalised and show Janice her beautiful new water feature, let's take a look back on how this journey started. Now look, when Toby reached out and gave me the impossible task of creating a beautiful water feature at a fraction of the cost of the ones that you've seen at the beginning of this video, I thought it was impossible. But together as a team, I feel like we have created something magical. But I guess you will be the judge of that in the comments below. And just one thing I would like to add before we get Janice out is if you have liked this video, please do like it. You don't realise how much it goes a long way. And if you haven't tapped that subscribe button already, you're not letting me down, you're letting yourself down. Janice, are you ready, love?
I'm ready.
Are you nervous? I am.
I'm very nervous. Shall I close my eyes?
Yeah, cover your eyes out if you give me a hand. We're friends now.
We certainly are.
Watch that step. Can you hear it?
Yes, I can hear it.
Before we reel your beautiful water feature, do you remember what it looked like before we got it, yeah?
I do remember, yes. I can't imagine what it's going to look like.
3, 2, 1, look at your new water feature.
Oh my God, Mark!
Good, isn't it?
Wow. Oh, that is amazing. Thank you so much.
Shall we have a little look around? Incredible,
I've never
isn't it?
seen anything like that.
That's because it's the first one.
Is it?
It's the actual first one. That combination is the first one in the UK, Tob? Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody, honestly. It is just incredible. I have never seen anything so spectacular. I love it.
Now, obviously, I follow you on Instagram. I know that you like your lights, so we have got another little gift for you. This is probably the coolest thing that I've ever seen. You've got a remote to it. If you turn it on, look at that.
Oh my goodness.
The YouTube algorithm is one of the most smartest things on the entire world, and it's telling you that that video is something you should be watching next.